and by opposing endless, to die, to sleep. No more, and by sleep to stay we end. The heartache and the thousand natural shocks. The flesh is heresy. Tis a consummation devoted to wish. To die, to sleep. To sleep, urgent to dream. A certain. For in that upset what dreams may come, when we have shot hold off his mortal blood, must give us hope. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would spare the weak and spoils of life? The oppressor wrongs the proud man, much
The times of his tight love, the love the made, even if losses of the burn. Patient, bearing of them worthy made, keeping thought, might be quite the same with their emotion. He will probably bear the ground of sweat on his morning eyes. But that he ran up something after death. The unscrupulous conscience of was born, but travel the sun, always will. A man is rather bear those skills we have. The flight orders that we know on. The conscience does not make traveling from us at all. And doesn't need it fuel of it's big for earth. Pale path of thought. The ancient traces of great change and movement.
In faith, I do not love thee with mine eyes, for they in thee a thousand errors note. But 'tis my heart that loves what they despise, who in despite of view is pleased to gloat. Nor are mine ears with thy tongue's tune delighted, nor tender feeling to base touches prone, nor taste, nor smell, desire to be invited to any sensual feast with thee alone. But my five wits, nor my five senses can dissuade one foolish heart from serving thee, who leaves unswayed the likeness of a man, thy proud heart's slave and vassal wench. Only my plague, thus far I count my gain. She that makes me sin, awards me. My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Are always far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are dun. If hairs be wires, black wires.
Jane!
You asked for it. Oh, it is
No
on.
such roses see I in her cheeks, and in some perfumes is there more delight than in the breath from my mistress' reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasing sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. And yet, by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she may lie.
You've often begun to tell me what I am, but have stopped and left me in a bootless inquisition, including the stay, not yet. Your hesitations in revealing my true identity have ignited my imagination, where I've never believed in
I hope you like my invention.
the humble life you live today. It is time for I wish you with all respect. You say I do not know what I am, or what you are. But, sir, what more is there to know? I understand you, however, I do not comprehend your methods for using them. You've never explained your past. And you have your own method of keeping it to yourself. My bewilderment and confusion persists. Might I ask you, why did you conjure up that storm? All those innocent people. You say you have not harmed anyone, yet I've watched them die. My heart breaks as I listen to their final cries. must be feeling while you stand there, content. I do not know what your past titles. However, I do recall the many women who tended to me. My memory has or like what I can't remember is how or why we were put on this island. Is this something that we've done? Listen. Oh, it must be. Please, Claude. Our past is a mystery, but I wish to learn more.
Tazdingo! Yes!
Or not. That is the question. Tis nobler than mine to suffer. The slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of trouble, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation, devoutly to be wished, to die, sleep, to sleep, perchance to dream. There's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come.
Time
Only a
runs out
shuffle
on
of
me.
this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect. Makes calamity of so long life. Bear the whips and scorns of time, that the dread of something after death. The undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have, than to fly to others that we know not of. Thus, conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sickled over the pale cast of thought, and enterprise of great pitch and moment disregard, their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair failure,
Tazdingo! Yes!
be my sins remembered.
Oh, how I faint when I approach, knowing a better spirit doth use your name, and in the praise thereof spends all his might to make me tongue-tied.
Someday I'll be just like you.
But since your worth wide as the ocean is, the humble as the proudest sailed up there, my saucy bark, inferior far to his, on your broad main doth wilfully appear. Your shallowest heat fills me up afloat, whilst he upon your sunken all being
Runs out on
I
me.
am a worthless boat, he of tall building and goodly pride. Then if he thrive and I be cast away, the worst will be
Behold the might of storm wind!
Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by this sun of yours. Dull clouds glowered upon our house, in the deep bosom of the ocean buried. Now are our brows bound with victorious wreaths, our bruised arms hung up for monuments, our stern alarms changed to merry meetings. Grim-visaged war hath smoothed his wrinkled front, and now, instead of mounting barbed steeds to fright the souls of fearful adversaries, he capers nimbly and raises chambers over the city's pleaded shapes the sport of tricks, nor made the court an amorous-looking glass. I that am moodily stamped and want love's majesty, struck before a trembling nymph. I that am cursed with this fair proportion, cheated of feature by dissembling nature, deformed, unfinished, sent before my time to this breathing world scarce half made up, and that so lamely and unfashionable that dogs bark at me as I hold by them.
The frost wolves
Why I, that have no delight to pass away this time, pleasurable action, I am therefore determined to prove a villain, and hate the idleness of this time. Plots have I laid, seduction, dangerous, by drunken prophecies, libels, and dreams, to set my brother Clarence and the king in deadly hate, the one against the other. And if King Edward be as honorable as I am subtle, false, and cunning, then this day should Clarence carefully smooth out about a prophecy which says that G of Edward's heirs, the murderer, shall be. Dive thoughts down to my soul. Here Clarence comes.
I hope you like my invention.
You win, dear.
Against my love shall be as I am. Time's furious hand crushed and o'erworn, when our earth drains his blood, his brow with lines and wrinkles, when his youthful morn hath travelled on to age's steepy night, and all those beauties whereof now he's king are vanishing or vanished out of sight, stealing away the treasure of his spring. For such a time do I now fortify against confounding age's cruel knife, that he shall never cut from memory my sweet love's beauty, though my lover's life. His beauty shall in these black lines be seen, and they shall live, and he in them still green.
Jane versus Geralt.
Victory or death!
You asked for it.
I who was set to rule nature, my lord, Antonio of Greece. Stay grounded, you fool! Now, rightful owner, rightful leader, supreme lord of this land, I am the Duke of Naples. Oh, how all the riches I will obtain, the gold, the freedom, and the power. This feeling, this hunger which is aroused.
Greetings.
Hello.
It's immeasurable. For now, I'm starting to feel drowsy.
Out of my jungle!
Oh Lord, what have I done? This is a crime that I cannot commit. My brother, Alonso, I have put you to sleep.
Mind if I roll need?
No! It's like the devil himself has sown me to his court. No! Being played by Antonio like a puppet. And Antonio himself. This throne
Job done.
is giving me terrible pain. I feel guilt and sense grief inside my soul.
For this.
The life of Alonso. Was it worth taking something that wasn't truly mine? Bit by bit, I'm starting to fall apart like the walls of a prison. My direction, my ambition was false. All because of my desperation. Also, you taught me right from wrong. When it was old times who lost track. I remember our childhood. We shared a bond. We shared happiness, our thoughts, our feelings. Mother showed me the respect of an older brother. The lady showed me the power of brotherhood. But the day came when the angels
Job
took her
done.
away from us. I became alone in a place called like a labyrinth. But
What we do.
I saw myself as standing water, and Antonio, a blessing from the Lord himself, who would teach me how to flow, yet in the wrong way. Life is like a book. You are the author that writes your own destiny. I am truly ashamed of what I have become.
What to do? What to do?
I've turned my life into misery. I will become the child you desired to see. The passion you saw is no more. I see a light. Darkness. These thoughts make me feel relieved. My sense is stronger than ever before. The one that
I
no one
have
has
an
ever
axe
seen.
to grind.
For now, The legacy of the great belongs to not be forgotten. For it is I who has created my brother's greatest truth. He is not under my control.
Job done.
And now, I shall propose an apology.
Mind if I roll need?
The rightful Duke of Naples.
Blood
Ferdinand.
and plunder.
Please have mercy.
Who is this marvelous man? Is he a god? A noble lord? A king? I've never laid my eyes on such a divine, beautiful creature. His skin glows like the sun shining off the water. His eyes so blue, like the largest sea. His jawline sharp and jagged, like in center of the His body is stern. He makes me I love him already. Who is he? My whole
Blood
life I've been
and
stuck with
plunder.
my father on this deserted island since we washed up on the shore. I was just an infant. My father had just lost his Greek status. And we've been stuck on this for 12 whole years. I love him so greatly, and I respect and adore him. But he is almost all I have. He's taking care of me. He's provided all the essentials to live. He taught me English and taught me how to live on this island. But the only man I can remember ever since I was young was my father, Caliban. Caliban represents such a low form of life. He is a scum and an ugly man. How can the earth produce such a glorious man and then such a disgusting man like Caliban? But the more I seem to look at this man, the more I find myself falling in love. Who is he? Nothing else feels like it matters. He is everything. I want to marry him. I want everything with him.
Done.
God has done well. He's created the perfect man, and I'm going to marry him. I want to take his hand and be whisked away to Naples. I've been ever so lonely on this island, and now the perfect man has come along. Who is he? What will my father think? How will he react to my wish to leave? We've been together ever since the Tempest. I'm all he has. Well, me and Caliban. But I'm the only one he loves so dearly. What will he do without me? But I am sure he will see my true love for this man of beauty. All my life, I've been looking for him. But who is he?
How can I then return in happy plight that am debarred the benefit of rest? When day's oppression is not eased by night, but day by night and night by day oppressed. And each, though enemies to either's reign,
I will
who in
fight
consent
with
take
honor.
hands to torture me, the one by toil, the other to complain how far I toil, still farther off from thee. I tell the day to please him thou art bright, and dost him grace when clouds do block the heaven. So flatter I the swart-complexioned night, when sparkling stars twire not, thou gilt'st thee. The day doth daily draw my sorrows longer, and night
Reporting
doth
for duty.
nightly make grief's strength seem stronger.
Reporting for duty.
soul even while to tutor me, to the submission. Yet, I well remember the flavors of those months.
Reporting for duty.
So Judas did to Christ. God save the king!
You gotta pay up.
To Northrend!
Inside my hand, now, is this golden crown like a rose tree buckets the emperor of the dancing drinking my boots whilst you I thought you had been willing to reserve my crown, my arms, the white leaves.
Is someone injured?
Job's done.
Your cares set up, do not pluck my cares down. My care is loss of care, thy own care. Your care is gain of care, which I mean care of. Because I give my heart.
The light protects me.
Reporting for duty.
The menagerie is for guests only.
The pride of kingly sway from out my heart. With mine own tears I wash away my balm. With mine own hands I give away my with mine own tongue deny my sacred state. With mine own breath release all duteous oaths. All pomp and majesty I do forego. My manners, rents, revenues I forswear. My acts, decrees and statutes I deny. God,
Reporting for duty.
long mayst thou live in riches seek deceit. May soon lie Richard in an earthly pit. God save King Henry, un-King Richard save.
What is a loon's will?
Many years.
essay for an English class in January of 2013.
Job's done.
Emphasizes a great pitch and analysis of to be or not to be. Hamlet's soliloquy in Act 3 Scene 1 is one of the most famous passages of English literature. The content of his speech can appear straightforward to the casual observer, but a deeper investigation reveals layers of complexity. The speech itself appears at an important pause before the action of the play develops in full force. The audience's interpretation of Hamlet's words plays an important role in the understanding of the play as a whole. The speech seems actually to consider suicide, but circumstantial evidence and choices of diction indicate that the act of suicide is a cover of Hamlet's true concern. Hamlet's soliloquy is a veiled study of human will, as evidenced most significantly by the use of the word thought at a critical point in the soliloquy. On the literal level, Hamlet's soliloquy is a contemplation of the tension between suicide and willful existence. On the one hand, human life is nothing but a series of sufferings. On the other hand, there may be more sufferings in the next life. Hamlet wants to avoid pain in this life by snuffing out his existence, yet fear of punishment after death restrains his violent impulse. A pain stimulus leads to fear and sought to ameliorate his condition. The curative action in turn would lead to a new pain stimulus, and thus causes fear, and once again retreat. Hamlet is caught in a circle of indecision driven by fear. Although Hamlet's soliloquy seems to concern suicide, it should be read as a study of indecision with regard to his personal duty to revenge his father's death. At this point in the play, Hamlet has much to look forward to. He has set up the testing of Claudius' conscience. The thought of revenge, which has so tortured his mind up to this point, is close to being alleviated by action. The audience must be a bit surprised to witness Hamlet contemplating suicide, for he has less reason to do so now than previously in play. Hamlet must instead be contemplating the various outcomes that he might face. Claudius could indeed express his guilt upon witnessing the play. Claudius could also express no sign of guilt upon witnessing the play. A critical reader has much reason to doubt that suicide is the true focus of Hamlet's speech. Shakespeare's word choice in this passage should also lead the reader to believe that Hamlet's soliloquy is not only meant to convey a literal interpretation. In the beginning of the speech, Hamlet laments life's misfortunes, or to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, 158, Hamlet 3.1.59-60. Here he figuratively describes difficulties as a sea of troubles, and more interestingly describes his solution to life's difficulties as the taking up of arms. Here his figurative cure for life all too realistically mimics the literal cure he is contemplating, suicide presumably by a blade. Also, this figurative cure should be read as an allusion to what actually troubles his mind, the thought of revenging his father's death, an act which requires the use of a blade. Starting on line 78 with the contrasting conjunction, but, into line 83 with the consequential adverb, thus, Hamlet explains that fear of punishment after death prevents many from committing suicide. Hamlet reasons that the initial resolve to end life's painful journey prematurely and unnaturally, suicide, is sickly or with the pale cast of thought, 158, Hamlet 3.1.85. The word, thought, in line 85 is the most important word of the soliloquy. Here, with the word thought, Hamlet admits that his entire soliloquy more precisely concerns human intention generally, and specifically his plan to revenge his father's murder. Up until this point, Hamlet claims that the decision to commit suicide is restrained by the fear of the unknown after death. This scenario, the action described here, is only a model for the real object of Hamlet's thought in the soliloquy, his duty to kill Claudius, which is impeded by Hamlet's fear of the action's consequences. The word, thus, indicates that the contemplation of suicide is just action similar to the one Hamlet is considering, the murder of Claudius. Claudius is the sea of life's troubles. What keeps Hamlet from killing Claudius, or committing suicide, are his uncontrollable thoughts which undermine his resolve. Hamlet's thoughts play the role of a pious fear of death in restraining would-be suicide.
Why is my verse so barren and
Tyranda
so far from variation or quick change?
The light shall
Why
bring
this time
victory.
do I
You
not
give
glance
me
aside
strength.
to newfound methods and to compound strain? Why write I still all one, ever the same, and keep invention in a noted weed, that every word doth almost tell my name, showing their birth and where they did proceed?
Legions I command.
Oh, sweet love, I always write of you, and you and love are still my argument. So all my best is dressing old words new, spending
Is someone
again
injured?
what is already spent. For as the sun is daily new and so is my love. What is true?
Job's done.
Go.
Because I was sewing in my closet. Lord Hamlet with his doublet all afraid. No hat on his head. His stockings foul, unguarded, and downdraped to his feet. Pale as his shirt. His knees knocked in his chest, and with the to speak of horrors. He comes before, and took him by the wrist of his arm, and goes into the length of all his arms, and with his other hand, he falls
Job's done.
of my face as he would try. Long stay he so. At last a little shaking of mine arm, and thrice his head was waving up and down. He raised his sighs so piteous and profound.
Handle it!
And seemed to gather all his soul, and end his being. That night he lets me go, and with his head over his shoulder he turned. He seemed to find his way without his eyes, for out of granted their lives.
Applause.
Your magic shall not save.
Job's done. Accuse me thus, that I have scanted all wherein I should your great deserts repay. Forgot upon your dearest love to call, whereto all bonds do tie me day by day. That I have frequent been with unknown mind, and given to time your own dear purchased right. That I have hoisted sail to all the winds which should transport me farthest from your sight. Book both my willfulness and errors down, and on just proof surmise accumulate. Bring me within the level of your power, but shoot not at me or wake me. Since my appeal says I did strive to prove constancy and virtue. Quickly.
That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to the sea of troubles and by opposing end them to sleep.
Job's done.
And by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, to sleep, a chance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come. When we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us thoughts. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and spoons of time? Presses wrong, a proud man's comfortingly. The pangs of disprised love, the
the laws delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes when he himself makes I see gold in your future. Fathers bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life.
Die, mage.
The dread of something after death. The undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Thus, conscience doth make cowards of us all. Thus, the native hue of resolution is more with the pale cast of thought.
And it's too
great pith and moment with this regard, their currents turn awry and lose the name of action.
Is someone injured?
Not too quickly.
The hand is too full. Hand is too full.
Let those who are in favor with their stars of public honor and proud titles boast, whilst I, whom fortune of such triumph bars, unlooked for joy in that I honor most.
I wonder.
Great princes' favorites, their fair leaves spread, but as the best in themselves their pride lies buried, or at a frown they in their glory die. The painful warrior, famous it for worth, after 1,000 victories once foiled, is from the book of honor raised forth, all the rest forgotten or achieved. Then happy I, love and love, where I may not remove.
Your magic shall not save it.
And arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles by opposing them. To die, to sleep, no more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache, and 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to.
Mind if I roll knee?
As a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep. Sleep turns to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what things we know when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect for his commitment to us. If we could bear the whips and scorns of time that oppress us wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns the patient merit of the unworthy takes, he himself might escort as make of a bare bottom. Who would fathers bear to
The menagerie is for guests only.
They have the dread of something after death. The undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will, and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of.
I'm almost out of cards.
This conscience does make cowards of us all.
I'm out of cards.
Thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied over with the pale cast of thought, and enterprise of great pitch and moment with this regard that parents turn awry. Lose the name of action.
Thy bosom is endearing with all hearts, which I by lacking have supposed dead. And there reigns love, and all love's loving heart.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
How many a obsequious tear hath here released mine eye as it was before, which now appear but things removed but too quickly. Thou art the grave where buried, hung with the trophies of my lover's gone, who all their parts of me to thee did give, that due of many now is thine. Their images I love, I with thee. Now all them hast all the all.
I bring life.
Job done.
See you later, Cassio. Cassio loves Desdemona, and Desdemona loves Cassio. I know this, I've seen it all in the DMs. Now, Othello might be a snake, but he truly loves Desdemona. He gives her full attention. I might love Desdemona, but not as much to sleep with her. But I might have considered it before. The only way I would is to get revenge on Othello for tapping my wife's ass. To think of that scars me like a drug. Nothing will ever make it right until I tap his wife's ass. Ass for ass. If I do that, then Othello will be so jealous that he won't be able to check himself. That Venetian trash will be so easily fooled that he'll do anything that I say. As for Cassio, well, so he'll do what I say. He'll be making prep, and Othello will thank me and be so grateful that I made Michael a fool. So that's a cinch. Now the plan must be destroyed. The devil's work is never appreciated until he's finished.
Behold the might of Stormwind!
If I could just get Cassio to drink another bottle of Hennessy, then my plan to get him drunk would be a success. Cassio's the type who gets mad drunk, and he starts beef with anyone. And don't even get me started on Rodrigo. He's my... He does anything I want and anything I say. I'm basically using it for his money. Is that making a gold digger? Oh well, it's 2017. I can do whatever I want. So my plan is working out so far. I got everyone drunk. And if anyone starts something, there's gonna be a big thing. So now I need Cassio to start beef with Rodrigo. Hold on. Whoa, my plan works out. Tonight's gonna be lit! Okay, I gotta go. They're coming.
I'm in charge now.
Why would they say I'm sneaking in undercover? All I do is help people with my great advice. I'm very generous when you think about it. How will I get Othello to trust me again? Through his gullible wife, Desdemona. She's so sweet and kind. Of course Othello will do it. He would give up his snap streaks or even delete his Insta for her. She can either help him or ruin him. She's got him wrapped around the finger. He's good for her. Whatever Desdemona wants, she gets. And Othello's reasoning is blown to shit. Why am I the sneaky one if I'm just giving bomb-ass advice to Cassio to make his life better? That's a load of bullshit! When the little devil on your shoulder tells you to do something bad, he makes it seem like the best thing ever, just like I'm doing now. While trashy Othello is making Desdemona fix all his drama because she is his ride or die, I will spill the tea about Cassio, that Desdemona wants him to work with Othello again just so she can stare at his fine ass all day. The more she helps Cassio, the more Othello thinks she really does want his fine ass. This is how I will turn her caring heart into a pit of evilness and her kindness into a trap that gets everyone stuck. What the hell do you want, Rodrigo? This is how I will turn her caring heart. This is how I will turn her caring heart. Why do I keep saying art?
Did you blow out loud? You blow that one on.
No, I snorted it.
Done the vlog.
Wait. Okay.
You can blow going.
You ready?
She did the high school thing.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
And if anyone starts anything, there's gonna be a meeting. So now, my plan.
Okay, wait. I'm trying to make it funny.
Okay. Iago Soliloquy. Act 2, Scene 3, Part 1. Action.
I'll be back.
If I could just get Cassio to drink one more Henny.
Why'd you say it like that? One more Henny.
Take 6, action.
That Venetian Ash, who I'm trying to fool. No. That
Started all
Venetian Ash.
again.
That's
No,
so
trash.
trash.
Not Ash. You've been saying that.
So now I need Cassio to get beef with Rodrigo.
Start beat.
Okay, wait. Okay.
They're going to Camora together.
Okay, hamburgers. Act 2, Scene 1, Take 12. Action.
I have seen by time's fell hand deface with proud cost of outworn buried age, when sometimes lofty towers I see down raised, and brass eternal slave to mortal rage, when I have seen the hungry ocean gain advantage on the kingdom of the shore, and the firm soil win of the watery main, increasing store with loss and loss with store. When I have seen such interchange of state, or state itself confounded to decay, ruin hath taught me thus to ruminate. Time will come and take my love away. This thought is as a death, which cannot choose but weep to have that which it fears to
Pearls of Wisdom. To be or not to be, by William Shakespeare. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it's nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing and them, to die, to sleep no more, and by sleep, to say we end the heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. It's a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub, for in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would furdles bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. This conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sickled o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment with this regard their currents turn awry and lose the name of action.
Hate them all. And it is thought abroad that twixt my sheets he has done my office. I know not if it be true, but I, for mere suspicion in that kind, will do as if for surety. He holds me well. Better shall my purpose work on him. Cassio.
Comment ça?
He's a proper man.
Comment ça?
Let me see. To get his place and to plume up my will in double knavery. How? Let's see. After some time to abuse his fellow's ears that he is too familiar with his wife, the other person innocently disposed, to be suspected, framed to make women false. The more is of a free and open nature that thinks men honest, that but seem to be so, and will as tenderly be led by the nose as asses are. I have it. It is engendered. Hell and night must bring this monstrous birth to the world's light.
Our world is worth fighting for. Hey.
Hello.
这样可以挡住他们。
Let's get started.
Let's see you get past this.
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow keeps in this heavy pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays of light flows the way to dusky death. Out of lights but a walking shadow, a forward flare that strikes in front of our man is remembered. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, simplifying Nothing.
友人の剣をくれ
Is it thy will, thy image should keep open my heavy eyelids to the weary night? Dost thou desire my slumbers should be broken, while shadows like to thee do mock my sight?
Apagando las luces.
Is it thy spirit that thou sent'st from thee, so far from home into my deeds to pry, to find out shames and idle hours in me, the scope and tenure of thy jealousy? Thy love, though much, is not so great. It is my love that keeps mine eye awake, mine own true love that doth my
How's it
rest
going, man?
defeat, to play the watchman ever for thy sake. For thee watch I, whilst thou doth wake elsewhere, from me far off.
Malvolio Radio's on here. You jumping into Overwatch?
I know that virtue to be in you, Brutus, as well as I do know your outward favour. Well, honour is the subject of my story. I cannot tell what you and other men think of this life, but for my single self,
Ice wall coming up.
has lived to be
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower.
myself. I was born as free as Caesar. So were you. We both have fed as well, and we can both
Prepare
endure
for
the winter's
battle.
cold as well as he.
Select your hero.
Upon a raw and gusty day, the troubled Tiber, chafing with her shores, said Caesar to me, "Darest thou, Cassius, now leap in with me into this angry flood and swim to yonder point?" Upon the word, accounted as I was, I plunged in and bade him follow.
All right.
So indeed,
It's time to capture the flag.
The torrent roared, and we did buffet it with lusty sinews, throwing it aside and stemming it with hearts of controversy. But ere we could arrive at the point proposed, Caesar cried, "Help me, Cassius."
Our world is worth fighting for.
As Aeneas, our great
So many targets,
did from the
so
flames
little
of Troy
time.
upon his shoulder the old Anchises bear, so I, from the waves of Tiber, did the tyrant Caesar. And this man,
5, 4, 3, 2,
Cassius,
1. Capture the enemy flag.
Everyone be careful out there.
he had a feeling when he was in Spain. And when the fit was on him, I did mark how he did shake. It is true.
Enemy turret ahead.
He did shake.
Rest in peace. Enemy turret destroyed.
瞧瞧这个。
Paid the Romans marking and righteous speeches in their books.
这样可以挡住他们。
Your team has dropped the flag.
Thank you.
Your team has
Whoa! Look out! Here I come. Enemy turret ahead.
1.
Enemy turret destroyed. They're taking objective. You're probably about that. Enemy turret destroyed.
Oh, there.
这样可以挡住他们。
Enemy turret here. Yangon, Yangon. I am the enemy turret.
Watch me get past this. Clear the pot.
What's up, monkey boy? Cold out here.
Enemy turret ahead.
Damn it.
Ice wall coming up.
Oops, sorry there, Diva. Oh, sorry, no. Totally blocked that man.
Is the question.
Just hit
Slings and arrows, without age's fortune. Or to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing enemies. To die, to sleep. No more, and by a sleep to say we end the heartache, and the thousand natural shocks and flesh is over. There's the consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep.
Thank you.
Aye, there's the rub.
Bad
That's
guy.
yes. What dreams may come when we have shuffled up this mortal coil must give us pause. There's a mistake that makes no absence from one line.
Team has captured the flag. Score.
But who would bear the risk and score?
Match point.
Team single quota presses wrong. The proud man's contumely. The pangs of despite.
Heroes never die.
The law's delay. The incidents of office. Understands that patient merit
So
appears
cute.
single quote unworthy
Helden
fate.
sterben nicht.
When he himself might his quiet make with a bare bodkin.
No, no, what?
There. To grunt and sweat under a weary life, but lack the dread of something after death.
Play of the game.
The undiscovered country, from whose bourne no traveller returns. Puzzles and makes us rather bear those souls we hope and fly to others that we know not of.
That's right.
Thus conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sickly
Conscious.
o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprise of great pitch, and moment, with this regard their currents turn awry, and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia. Nym, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
Let's check out the loot box.
End of the first soliloquy. From now on is the second soliloquy. Oh, my offence is rank, it smells to heaven. It hath the primal oldest curse upon't, a brother's murder. Pray deny not, though inclination be as sharp as will. My stronger guilt defeats my strong intent, and, like a man to double business bound, I stand in pause where I shall first begin, and both neglect. What if this cursed hand were thicker than itself, with brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow?
Duplicate.
Where to serve's mercy, but to confront the visage of offence? And what's in prayer but this twofold force to be forestalled, ere we come to fall, or pardoned being down? The Enil look up, my fault is past. But, oh, what form of prayer can serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder. That cannot
Arriving
be,
at Eagle
since
Point,
I am still
Antarctica.
possessed of those effects, for which I did the murder. My crown, mine own ambition, and my queen. May one be pardoned and retain the offence. In the corrupted currents of this world, offence's gilded hand may shove by justice, and oft 'tis seen the wicked prize itself by that the law has ruined. Since it is not so above,
Score.
there is no shuffling.
0-0.
there the action lies in his true nature, and we ourselves compelled, even to the teeth and forehead of our faults, to give in evidence.
One shot. One kill.
What then? What rests? Try what repentance can, what can it not? Yet what can it when one cannot repent? O wretched state! O bosom black as death! O blind soul that's struggling to be free, art more engaged. Hell, angels, make us say, thou, stubborn knees, and heart with strings of steel, and stop the sinews of the newborn babe. It may be well.
Score.
It's not going well.
2.
The End by Andrew Allison.
Somebody can do that.
Tracer.
Fight. The cavalry's here. Wicked. Now, where were we? Let's try that again.
Two solid flesh with mouth. Draw and resolve itself. How weary, stale, flat, seems to me all the uses of this world. Honestly,
Score.
tis an unweeded garden
0
that grows
to 3.
things drink and gross in nature. Possesses a family.
Reinhardt.
This, but 2 months dead. 9, not
Justice
so. Not 2. An excellent king that was to this. Criterion of satire. The life of my mother. That he might not receive the living heaven. Visit her face too roughly. Heaven and earth.
Score.
Or their
1
air shoot
to 3.
With that she'd followed my poor mother's body, like Niobe all through.
Today, some mayhem.
She, oh God, a beast that once discords of reason would have mourned long, buried my mom. But no more like my father than I. She married almost wicked with such dexterity to execute sheets that break my heart for
Score.
a merciful mind.
1 to 4.
Aye, those attires are best. A gentle nurse. Pray thee lead me to myself tonight. I have need of many orisons to move the heavens to smile upon my state. Well thou knowest is gross and full of sin. Are you busy? Need you my help? No, ma'am. We have culled such necessaries as are hopeful for our state tomorrow. So please you, let me now be left alone. And let the nurse this night sit up with you, for I am sure you have your hands full of so suddenly. Get thee to bed and rest. Come, nurse. Good night, madam.
Play of the game.
Play the game.
Fear. Almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call them back again to comfort me. Nurse!
What little comfort.
What should she do here? My dismal scene. I needs must act. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning?
Alright.
No. No. This shall forbid it. Lie thou there.
which the friars subtly have ministered to have me dead, lest in this marriage he should be dishonoured because he married me before to Romeo. I fear it is. And yet methinks it should not, for he hath still been tried a holy man,